welcome everyone. I'm Dennis PIttsenbarger. We're here at SEMA Central, SEMA 2015. To my left, a guy that I know has a lot of rich history in what's going on here, Brennan. He is the editor and the
network director,
excuse me, of the Chevy Group and of course, Street Rodder. Let's talk a little Street Rodder cruise. I mean, that is something that every year it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. I mean, tell me what you got going on for 2016.
Well, you're right in the fact that it gets bigger every year, and this is our 21st year. And this year we're excited. We're going to be building a 1966 Ford Fairlane with a 2016 Ford Coyote motor in it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so we're going to have some fun with that.
You threw a curve on me there. I was expecting sock motor or something different.
Well, nothing wrong with that. We love that. But Ford's been one of our great partners on this. And so working with them, they think that the Coyote is their future, and they're right as far as crate motors for all hot rods. And of course, you know, it's our ARP Street Rodder program, and PPG's been with us forever, so we're going to be looking for an outstanding looking car, as well as one that's going to perform just amazingly.
You know, I know a painter that might be able to help you. I'm just saying.
That's right. I know.
You mean you got a Coyote motor? You couldn't have like squeezed somebody for one of those flat crank 5.2s, maybe?
Well, you know, maybe we will in one of our other projects. We've got several things going on. We'll talk to you on that one.
There you go. What else is going on in your world?
Well, you know, the road tour is a big deal, and we're going to be running through 8 cities this year. So it's 8-week-long events, and of course some of the fun things are the Woodward Dream Cruise when we go up there for that. Another one is when we get down to Dollywood and we're there with the Splash Country Dollywood. That's always fun for the family.
Yeah.
That's a lot going on. But the biggest news that's hitting our industry this year is the Triple Crown of Rodding. And we're going to award to what we feel is the best street rod of the year, the best street machine of the year, the best street cruiser of the year. We're going to be awarding cash prizes, which is going to be very nice for these guys, as well as some really nice, highly designed trophies. In fact, if you know the name Tom Gale, who's a retired vice president of Chrysler Corporation Design, he came on board and he's doing all the design work for us, for the awards and the logos.
Now, I got to ask, you know, and if there's a person on this planet that I think is worthy of judging cars at that level, you would fall into that category. But it also really gets down to splitting hairs, because when you start taking, you know, Grand National Roadster Show, Amber, you know, even the Grade 8 cars, and you start putting them all in one big pile, boy, that becomes a real down to just the very nitty-gritty of what cars will or won't make that list.
Oh, well, you're absolutely right. And the way we're looking at it is, first off, the magazine won't have anything to do with the judging. The last person you want is me.
You're going to put that buck on somebody else,
right.
are you?
The last person you want is me. No. Bobby Alloway, who's one of the premier builders in the country.
Certainly worthy.
He's heading up the judging committee, and the Shades of the Past Car Club out of Maryville, Tennessee, they're the host club. So it's being done. They'll handle the mechanics of it. Bobby will handle all of the judging. We already have close to 20 manufacturers signed on board to give out awards. We're looking to gather at least 30 manufacturers, so it's going to have some heft behind it, some prestige to it.
That's great.
But as far as the types of the cars that are coming, we've spoken to a number of builders, and they're absolutely excited about it. And the reason they're excited, it's a chance. It doesn't matter if you won the Grand National Roadster Show, the Amber Award. It doesn't matter if you were a Grade 8 or you won the Detroit Autorama. We want you all. We want heads-up competition for the best in every class, because we think it's about showcasing the industry. The people are going to look at the cars and they're going to go, wow, that's great and that's great. There's going to be something for everyone.
That's a great way to look at it, because it's hard to put that ultimate title on one car, because there's so many different ways you can build a car, and so many different things. What you like might not be what I like might be what anybody else likes. So it's great to see that be not open to anything, but certainly bringing the cream to the top.
Yeah, and that's why we're offering a street rod, because people typically think of them as pre-48s. We typically think of the street machine crowd as your 50s and 60s and 70s cars, and then we look at the street cruiser, which it could be a 63 Ford Galaxy, but it's done in a street rod build style where it's not so much performance, but it's more about looks and driving and that appearance. So we realize there is no such thing as one car. In fact, there isn't 3. There's multiples, but at least this gives us a chance to recognize multiple builders, to recognize the owners, to recognize all those companies that are here in SEMA. I mean, this is what SEMA is about, all the companies that support these guys. And what's really exciting is that it's not only one weekend they're recognized, but there'll be a cover of the magazine, there'll be the whole social media tool that'll be working, They'll be at the Hot Rod Industry Alliance reception the next year at SEMA.
That'd be
They'll
great.
be at the next Detroit Autorama as part of Street Rodders display. So we're looking to give 9 months of continuous publicity to these builders, hence all of the SEMA manufacturers, all of the people that partake. So we're really excited, and that brings up excitement for the next year, and we do it again.
And it just keeps rolling and rolling.
Keep
so
rolling.
what you're saying is my 91 Z28 isn't in the running.
Maybe not this year, but you know what? Come talk to me and we'll sit down with Nick over at Chevy High and maybe there's something we can do there for you.
I love it. If people want to know how to be a part of the tour and part of what you're doing with Street Rodder and the entire Chevy group over there at 10, look in the camera and tell them where they find you.
Well, the easiest way to find me is just go to our website, which could be Street Rodder, www.streetrodder.com, and just look for Brian Brennan. You'll find me. Ask whatever questions you have. I'll get you an answer to everything.
That's great. We'll see you more right here, SEMA Central, coming up soon.